Okay. So this is aerial tram evacuation, and the hero is the DBI-SALA Rollgliss that has a set speed, but we use a friction brake in addition to that. Pivot harness is for our guests. In a real life scenario, our guests are just going to be on that pivot harness, not a full body harness, and no fall arrest backup system. But since we're training in a training environment, all our simulated guests are going to be in a full body harness, and we're going to have a independent backup fall arrest system for them. So let's start the show. Okay, so we need to evacuate an aerial tram with all the guests on it. First step is to have, usually the tram operator will have to open the hatch, climb the ladder, and then set up the anchor. So if you look right here, we have a cantilevered anchor system that we're going to use. This is our primary anchor. So let's zoom out. Take a look there. So that's cantilevered out, and that knob right there is what extends it out, and usually this thing won't operate again unless that's pushed back in. Because it's cantilevered out, we kind of want to back up for that in case it fails, and that's what these blue ropes here do. So these blue lines are fixed ropes. We have one on each side, one there, and then one over here, and those blue lines are anchored to the structure right up there. That'll allow for some positioning and some backup in case the forces on the cantilever break our anchor. So we're protected. And so what this looks like in the setup is as follows.
And then this comes out.
Really frozen?
No, I got it. I opened it already. And then you just have to make sure you turn the thumb screw back in.
So this is what it'll look like. Then we're almost going to do this. And then it hangs right here.
This is a administrative control to keep all the guests out of the fall zone. Black line in the ASAP is for training purposes so that we are backed up on a fall arrest.
Okay.
These prevent the door from opening up too far. We only want it to be open just enough to get a person out. So this space right here is small because we have this here keeping it from opening up any further.
And rope and back. Rope.
And I'm just getting the taglines ready.
Okay, that's important. Yep. Yeah. Sorry. Let me go. So approximate midpoint, so we can speed up the process by tying an appropriate midline loop, in this case a butterfly, and then we can alternate, make the evac go a lot faster. Cool.
Yeah. So if this were to lock like that, you have to pull the rope until you hear that click, and now it's free again.
I'll take my seat. I'm ready. I'd say move on out. Let's go there on here.
So that's the proper way. If you need to stop, we can throw them in the cleats. Yeah. So we want to make sure we rig the friction horn correctly, so it gives us the opportunity to actually lock off our rope and go hands-free on the cam cleats if we need to. Otherwise, if we did it the other way, there'd be some rope rub, and it's not correct. So that's the correct way. And we always have taglines to kind of steer our guests. And since we're in a training environment and we're using the mobile fall arrest backup, that thing will lock up at 2.5 meters per second. So in this case, it's really critical that our operator go slower than fast, because if he goes too fast, that'll trigger our backup device and then we'll have to haul back up and release. So just one of those training considerations.
You're good to go.
Hi, Tom!
Bro, if I love it, Jeremy, think outside the box, bro.
Lock this carabiner.
Not gonna run the Rollgliss, not gonna bail out, nothing. You're just gonna stand here and hand and dance back and forth. Keep clapping, rolling.
You watch where you talk. You have 4 minutes.
Let me pull this out.
Real. He's got who's your back.
I don't want to get around it.
He's one of the homies. I think he probably talked to him. He was down here this morning.
All right, you have a seat.
I couldn't find him this morning. Don't make me drop my coffee.
You're all ready, sir. Move on out.
Like when we're down,